Today we're diving into 12 reincarnation anime people somehow skipped, even though some of them are so wild they feel like fever dreams. If you love second chances, new worlds and characters rewriting destiny, this countdown is for you. Kicking off with number 12, In the Land of Leedale. If waking up in another world sounds stressful, waking up inside your favorite VR game after your real body suffered a life support failure is a whole different level of, bro, what now? That's exactly the chaos Kana faces after reincarnating as Kana in Leedale. She logs in expecting a fun escape, only to discover she's basically a legendary figure from ancient history. Every NPC acts like she's some mythical glitch, and the world has progressed by centuries. Honestly, it's like going back to your old neighborhood and finding out everybody there became a billionaire except you. What makes this anime such a vibe is Kana's I'm tired but overpowered energy. She doesn't flex her abilities loudly, she just casually solos everything while trying to understand how the world moved on without her. And the side characters? They treat her like a walking cheat code wrapped in kindness. Leedale isn't groundbreaking, but it's cozy, charming, and low stress, the kind of show you watch at 2 a.m. because your brain wants comfort, not chaos. If you love OP characters who act chill even when everything around them screams danger, this one delivers effortlessly. Sliding to number 11, Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp. Some characters get reincarnated once. Elise said, nah, run it back. After a tragic life as a cruel noblewoman, she dies and reincarnates into modern career as a genius surgeon. But guess what? Fate yeets her again, sending her back to her original fantasy world. This time with medical knowledge strong enough to bully death itself. This anime plays like a revenge arc mixed with medical drama and royal politics. Elise is on a redemption mission, so intense you'd think she was speedrunning good karma. Every time someone tries to drag her back into toxic palace drama, she shuts them down with either flawless surgery or ruthless honesty. Honestly, if she had Twitter, she'd end half the kingdom's scandals in a single thread. The story shines because Elise isn't just smart. She's hardworking, focused, and determined to fix the mistakes of her past life without turning into an emotional doormat. Her love interest? A walking embodiment of I'm loyal but confused, and their chemistry is sweet without choking the plot. This anime is perfect if you enjoy reincarnation stories where characters don't just get a second chance, they use it like professionals. Landing on number 10, In Another World with My Smartphone. When the gods apologize for accidentally killing you, that's already comedy gold. But giving you a smartphone, max stats, every elemental magic, and a literal cheat-level life? That's peak reincarnation nonsense, and that's exactly why this anime is low-key addictive. Tuya ends up in a fantasy world where the only thing more overpowered than him is his plot armor. This man doesn't walk into battles. He strolls in like he's checking notifications. Whenever danger appears, Tuya beats it with the enthusiasm of someone deleting spam emails. The harem? Growing faster than inflation. The magic? Unlimited. His calm attitude? Legendary. But here's the funny part, the anime knows it's ridiculous. It doesn't pretend to be deep. It's the kind of show you put on when your brain wants vibes, not philosophy. Instead of gritty world building or complex politics, you get comedy, wholesome interactions, and Tuya casually rewriting the world's balance of power because he feels like it. People love to roast this anime, and fair, but sometimes you just need a protagonist who's so broken the final boss probably retires early. If you like playful chaos, this one's a ride. Looking at number 9, So I'm a Spider, So What? Getting reincarnated as a spider is insane, but surviving long enough to evolve into something world-shaking? That's a whole flex. Our girl starts at the bottom, literally, in a dungeon full of creatures that look like they escaped from nightmares. But instead of panicking, she grinds harder than mobile gamers during double XP events. The dual timeline storytelling keeps things spicy, switching between the spider's solo survival saga and her classmates reincarnated into political chaos outside. Meanwhile, she's over there naming skills like she's filling out a resume. Poison resistance, fire resistance, existential crisis resistance, all maxed out. The best part is her personality. She's sarcastic, loud, hilarious, and somehow optimistic, despite getting attacked every 20 seconds. Every evolution makes her stronger and a little more ridiculous, like the universe is giving her upgrades out of pity and fear. Eventually, the story expands into something way bigger than survival, and trust me, the world building goes places. Fans either love or hate the CGI, but the chaotic energy is unmatched. If you want reincarnation anime where the main character earns every power with sweat, panic, and unhinged commentary, this one's a gem. Sliding into number 8. Konosuba, God's blessing on this wonderful world. Kazuma didn't just reincarnate, he died in the most embarrassing way possible, and the goddess he meets won't let him forget it. Instead of being gifted a legendary weapon or a rare ability, he drags Aqua, the most useless, dramatic goddess alive, into his new life. And from there, chaos becomes the main genre. Konosuba isn't your typical reincarnation story. It's a full comedy roast session disguised as an isekai. Kazuma is lazy but smart, Aqua is powerful but stupid, Megumin only knows one spell and uses it like a tactical nuke, and Darkness treats pain like a hobby. Together, they form the world's most dysfunctional party. But that's exactly why the show works. Every quest goes wrong in the funniest way possible. Monsters are confused, villagers are traumatized, and Kazuma is constantly questioning why he was reborn at all. The humor never stops, and the chemistry between characters carries the whole experience. Konosuba makes fun of every isekai trope while still being a top-tier reincarnation anime. If you've skipped it, you're missing one of the funniest squads in anime history. And yes, Aqua will still deny she's useless. Sliding down to number 7, summoned to another world for a second time. Being reincarnated once is normal in anime. Being summoned, saving a world, returning home, and then being summoned again like a customer service employee stuck on repeat, that's Setsu's life. And he handles it with the energy of someone who's tired of everyone's nonsense but still too strong to ignore it. Unlike most protagonists who start clueless, Setsu already has hero experience, which means he's done with betrayal, done with politics, and done with fake allies pretending they care. This time around, he's colder, smarter, and fully prepared to shut down any villain trying to start drama. The show mixes action, comedy, and a little romance, but the highlight is Setsu operating like a seasoned veteran. Most characters talk big, he delivers without blinking, and because he already saved this world once, he knows how everything works, giving him the comedic advantage of constantly being like, "This again?" It's not the deepest isekai out there, but it's entertaining and surprisingly fun, especially when Setsu roasts enemies who think he's just another summoned teenager. Spoiler, he's not. He's the guy final bosses fear secretly. Rolling into number 6, Kelvin doesn't just reincarnate, he reincarnates with the enthusiasm of someone signing a gym membership. He picks the summoner class, which everyone else sees as weak, but he stacks it with skills so busted they break the difficulty curve. And then he gets addicted to fighting strong enemies like it's a lifestyle. The man literally forgets his past life because he traded memory for extra power. That's dedication or stupidity, probably both. But it works. Kelvin forms a party of powerful companions, including a literal demon and a goddess who joins him like it's no big deal. His calm confidence mixed with battle junkie energy, it makes him one of the funniest OP characters. The anime blends dark fantasy with bursts of comedy. Fights are stylish, the world building moves quickly, and Kelvin keeps leveling up like he's allergic to being normal. Watching him go from rookie to monster tier summoner is satisfying, especially when enemies underestimate him. If you want reincarnation with a protagonist who fights like he's auditioning for a villain role but still stays wholesome, Black Summoner is your pick. This man sees danger and walks toward it on purpose. Dropping into number 5. The Fruit of Evolution. Before I knew it, my life had it made. Seiichi starts off as the bullied kid who gets teleported to another world with his entire school. But while everyone else gets placed in normal starting zones, he ends up in the middle of a deadly forest where everything wants him gone. But plot twist, he eats a magical fruit that transforms him from background character energy into someone who makes NPCs question their stats. This anime is unapologetically goofy. Seiichi's glow-up is so dramatic it feels like the universe overcorrected. One minute he's struggling, the next minute he's taming legendary creatures and catching the attention of characters who normally only fall for chosen heroes. The world reacts to him like, who invited this guy? There's comedy, absurd levels of luck, and chaotic power-ups. Even the enemies treat him like a glitch in the system. The show leans heavily into parody while still delivering some decent fight scenes and charming character interactions. The fruit of evolution isn't meant to be serious. It's meant to make you laugh while offering a satisfying underdog transformation. If you love watching someone go from zero to overpowered in the most ridiculous way possible, this one is perfect. Charging into number 4. The banished former hero lives as he pleases. You know that moment when a powerful hero gets betrayed because everyone around him suddenly forgets he carried the kingdom on his back? Yeah, that's Alan's life. After being pushed aside by people who think he's weak, he decides to live freely. And by freely, I mean casually showing the world he's still an absolute menace. This anime leans into the satisfaction of watching someone who was undervalued become unstoppable the moment he stops caring about validation. Alan isn't flashy, he's efficient. Every time someone doubts him, he demolishes the problem without breaking a sweat, leaving everyone wondering how they messed up so badly. The comedic highlight is how shocked everyone gets when they realize the banished nobody is actually the backbone of the kingdom's safety. Meanwhile, Alan just wants peace, a quiet life, and maybe a meal that doesn't come with political side quests. It's a fun mix of fantasy action, revenge-light storytelling, and that sweet payoff of seeing a calm, capable protagonist reclaim his dignity. If you like reincarnation stories where the hero stops being humble and starts being honest, this one hits perfectly. Sliding to number 3, The Great Cleric. Luciel gets reincarnated into a fantasy world with the stats of someone who just woke up from a nap. No flashy powers, no legendary sword, nothing. But he chooses to be a healer, the class everyone underestimates, and works harder than any reincarnated protagonist you've ever seen. This man trains like he's trying to escape poverty. The early episodes turn healing into a full workout arc. Luciel learns magic, martial arts, discipline, and how to survive in a world where being a healer paints a target on your back. His determination is refreshing. He doesn't coast through the story. He earns every victory, every upgrade, every skill, and every ounce of respect. As Luciel climbs the ranks, the world begins to notice him, and that's when things get spicy. Corrupt nobles, shady guild politics, and monsters with attitude problems keep showing up like mini-bosses. But Luciel becomes that unshakable white mage tank nobody saw coming. This anime is perfect for fans who love growth stories and grounded progression. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Dropping into number 2, the greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. When the strongest demon lord in history gets bored, what does he do? Reincarnates as a human baby so he can finally start fresh. But there's one problem. Even when he tries to live a normal life, his normal still looks like world-ending power to everyone else. Ard's biggest struggle isn't defeating enemies, it's convincing people he's not trying to conquer the continent. This man tries to make friends, and the world reacts like he's assembling a death cult. His childhood friend screams loyalty. His teachers stare in disbelief, and every villain who challenges him immediately regrets their life choices. The comedy hits every time Ard underestimates how broken he truly is. He'll cast a spell lightly and accidentally vaporize a mountain. He'll spar gently and accidentally traumatize someone into retirement. His new life goal? Function like a regular dude. Good luck, King. The show mixes action, school life, comedy, and a surprising amount of emotional depth. Ard's loneliness from his previous life makes his new friendships feel meaningful. If you enjoy reincarnation stories where the protagonist is terrifying but adorable in his cluelessness, this one hits perfectly. And finally, number 1, the strongest sage with the weakest crest. Matthias is born in a world where magic is ranked by crests. His problem? The crest he was born with sucks, at least according to everyone else. So what does he do? He reincarnates hundreds of years into the future to get a better crest. That's dedication on an entirely new level. But when he arrives in the future, he learns the world has gotten weaker, like magic literacy dropped to 0, weaker. Suddenly, his so-called weak crest makes him the strongest being alive, and everyone around him looks like they've been studying spellcasting from expired textbooks. Matthias takes on monsters, corrupt nobles, and magical conspiracies, all while dragging the world back to its former glory. His confidence is borderline disrespectful, and honestly, it's entertaining. Every time someone talks down to him, he responds by casually dismantling the enemy like he's critiquing school projects. The fun comes from watching him teach people magic they should have known centuries ago. The reactions are priceless. Jaws drop, rivals faint, and teachers question their careers. If you love reincarnation anime where the protagonist is a one-man education reform system, this one is your new obsession. And that wraps up our countdown of 12 reincarnation anime you probably overlooked but absolutely need on your watch list. Drop a comment telling me which one you're starting first or which one deserves justice. Hit that like button, subscribe for more anime deep dives, and share this with a friend who loves second chance stories.